Hello and welcome to Dissecting Games. This week I want to look at how both Destiny 1 and 2 use cosmetics to condition players to keep playing. So, I love cool looking stuff, from the badass armor in Dark Souls to the shiny guns in Borderlands. There is something inherently satisfying about getting the coolest looking gear and making your character look like a total badass. But what has any of this got to do with the Destiny games? Well, I believe that this inherent drive for cool looking gear is a key part as to why both games are so good at getting their hooks into players. Now don't get me wrong, I think Destiny 2 is a great game, but I do think the games can be a little bit manipulative at times. So, for people living under a rock, Destiny 2 is a MMO first-person action game that sees players fly across the galaxy shooting at aliens of various shapes and sizes. And that's about all you need to know, mostly because the one thing Bungie nailed is the shooting mechanics. It's easy not to care about the story and the world and just have a blast at playing the game. Anyway, I digress. Let's try and understand why I think Destiny 2 often uses cosmetic rewards as a way of conditioning the player to play more. So whenever you do anything in Destiny, you're probably going to end up getting some sort of reward. The majority of these rewards are items such as distinctive armor or maybe a shiny new gun. These rewards reinforce the player's actions and conditions them to want to play more. Now I believe that because these rewards are cosmetically based, they have more of an impact. There's an instant gratification to equipping a new item and seeing them. Leveling up may increase some stats off screen, but a new item can completely change how your character looks, which is a far more satisfying reward. The game even knows that this is a far more satisfying reward, and changes about halfway through to accommodate this different reward structure. So, I often hear the phrase, Destiny doesn't really start until after you finish the story. Why is that? Because of the loot. The second you finish the story, the metric which measures a player's progression goes from a simple level system to a new power system, which bases itself around the guns and the armor that the player is using. The game literally changes to make these cosmetic rewards even more important, further reinforcing the value that players place on these items. From that point on, all the systems in the game start to revolve around the idea of leveling up your character by getting stronger and stronger loot. Now some of you out there might be asking, what has any of this got to do with cosmetics? Basically, people like cool looking stuff. They like to personalize and demarcate themselves from the crowd. And Bungie knows this, so they set up an entire ecosystem that's based around the philosophy of getting cooler stuff. So you do a mission, you kill a boss, open a thing, and then you receive a reward. Basic skin a box stuff, but in this scenario the cosmetics of an item is a vital part of that reward. I don't think Destiny would have captured players' interest so well if a rare exotic weapon looked like a run-of-the-mill assault rifle, or if that legendary helmet that people hunted down looked like a bucket. Now sure, most of these powerful weapons do extra damage and have unique stats, but most of these are kind of inconsequential. It's all being supported by how the item looks. So cosmetics are used as a way of adding a sense of instant gratification. You've grinded through a mission, so here's a new shiny set of guns. This basically strengthens the overall effect of the operant conditioning. It's the difference between being told that something has improved and being shown the improvement. It's a lot more effective if it's visual. Now combine this with the game using techniques such as variable ratio schedules, which is the concept of consistently rewarding the player but varying how long it takes for the reward to be given out, and it means that Destiny is very good at psychologically keeping you playing. So, are cosmetic rewards a good or a bad thing? Who knows, but what I do know is this has started to become a trend in the games industry. How many games nowadays use cosmetics as a reward? Overwatch has character skins, Siege has paint jobs, even PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has costumes, and many of these give you the option to use real money to unlock these cosmetic rewards. The games industry knows that these little cosmetic rewards set off a little dopamine response in your brain, and are kind of exploiting that fact. It's certainly not a coincidence that one of the key ways that Destiny 2 implemented microtransactions was around shaders, because it knows that a certain type of player cares a lot about how their characters look, and they're banking on the idea of exploiting these kinds of players. Now on its own this might seem like a harmless enough addition, but taken into account of how much Destiny is conditioning the players to react to these small cosmetic based rewards, and the whole thing just looks a tiny little bit more devious. Now, overall, Destiny 2 isn't the most egregious offender with this sort of thing, and it's helped a lot by the fact that the game is so good. with a much improved story and a sizable amount of content, the game is easy to recommend. But next time you're sitting there grinding for the next elusive piece of armor, just take a step back and ask yourself why. Is it because you're enjoying the experience, or is it because you've been conditioned to want that next little dopamine rush? So thanks for watching and listening. Hopefully you enjoyed and you didn't think I was too stupid. Please check out my other videos and please comment below if you'd like to talk about it. But for now, bye!